Shamarko's back. Talking this and that. But it's real fact. It's off the top, man. I'ma go hard, you already know. Check. Yo. Peace, blessings, and love, man. This is Divg Llc podcast. It's Shamarko and
Dez.
Shamarko and
Dez.
And we back.
And we back.
Yeah. We got some good news today for y'all.
Yeah, man. What's that?
I don't really know. No, we got a lot of good news, man. It's a blessed day.
It is, man. Hey, opening up new doors. But should we tell them about it or should we let's let them see it. We gonna let them see. We gonna just let y'all see. I want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna
keep it on the hush.
We gonna put the lid back on. But so look.
We about to talk about Free Willy.
Hey. Hey, them killer whales, them orcas. One, that's my favorite water animal.
Shout out Free Willy.
You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, they got sick of it. You know how people talk that gang stuff?
They sinking these ships, huh?
They not playing.
I don't want no proof.
And the crazy, like, people don't realize how smart orcas and killer whales are. Like, they, like, hands down, aren't that smart. Like, they have a matriarch system. Like, them things are playing.
Very intelligent.
So, it was one of the killer whales, a boat hit it, right? Like, some time ago. They helped the killer whale out, they tagged it, and they've been keeping up with it. I want to say the killer whale name was Gracie. They even named it, right? Like, oh, yeah, that shorty right there, you know what I'm saying? Like, she been standing on business. She got her strength back and said, nah, it ain't going down like
Personal
that.
Like that?
Personal. She in the Mediterranean, her and the gang, and they sinking.
Gang?
Teaching the kids.
Oh, no,
they got the little kids out there showing them how to do it. Like, the sailors like, yo, they gotta cut their boats off. That's the only way that they'll leave them alone. They gotta cut the boats off and just kind of float, and then they'll dip, and then they cut their jank back on.
Oh, man.
I think they got like six. They got like 6 on. They out there, like
Playing.
Yeah, they sliding.
I don't want no smoke.
on all ops.
None of that.
Like
sinking the ship, bro.
And, like, what you supposed to do if like killer whales be like 20 feet, dog?
Pray.
Yeah, like aggressive and smart. Like they're just over there laughing. No little noise. And the other one coming.
That's real though. I'm not gonna lie. That's scary. That is scary though, man.
Hey, that's a true apex predator. And we, humans ain't good in water.
No, I ain't gonna say.
Man, we ain't. You look. I ain't gonna tell you what I do in the water. You know what I'm saying? It ain't.
I figure it out in the water.
Look, I'm good in the pool, but you don't see that.
Ocean?
Yeah, no, but I don't get in wild water. You know what I'm saying?
Call that again?
Wild water, yeah, bro. Like, I deal with domestic water with chemicals in it. I swim backwards in the pool. I go underwater, touch the bottom.
He can't swim backwards.
I can't swim. I ain't say I can swim backwards good, but I can go backwards. You know what I'm saying? When you gonna look at my face, water gonna be hitting me and all that. But like,
no, respect to all the swimmers out there.
Yeah, to get in the ocean.
Yeah, cause I ain't. I get in the ocean. I would. I'd jump in the ocean. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't? Cause all right, look, boom, we chilling. I'm gonna paint this picture for you. You at the crib, you chilling, matter of fact. You at the crib, you chilling. Minding your business. You know, warmed up your favorite snack. You know what I'm saying? You got your book out in front of you. You about to do your thing. You even got the meditation music going on. You created your vibe.
Yeah.
And a stranger come jump in your jam. Yo! What you gonna do? I'm gonna answer for you. He don't stand a chance. You getting him up out of there. He will be met with the brutalest of force.
When you come to a space where, you know what I'm saying, you ain't disrespectful.
So all them animals is chilling, meditating, eating, minding their business. And here we come as little humans thinking we run the world, stumping all the. We ain't even
we don't run that world.
We ain't even got. We can't breathe in the water.
No, that real.
You know, like a fast human might swim like 6 miles an hour. And them janks in there going 40, moving. I don't even swim good enough. Like, man, I be struggling to hold my breath for 40 seconds. I be, man, fam, I ain't.
You ain't jumping in the water?
No.
I'm jumping in the water, man.
Did my kids fall in or something? If someone I love fall in there, I'll jump in there. I'm gonna get you up out of there. And I'm gonna be mad, boy, when I get you to this boat and I'm doing the CPR, I'm gonna be pissed.
Ask you a question. So if your wife fall in there and the sharks run, you gonna jump in there?
Oh, I'm getting her. And when we get,
y'all don't want me to ask that question.
look,
hey, who gonna tell the story? Who wants somebody to tell the story? You jumping in there, knowing the sharks running her. How you win in that battle?
Well, because see, look, I watch Animal Planet, right? So look, let me break this down to you. So like, you know what I'm saying, all the like the electromagnetic pulses be in the shark nose.
Sound good.
So I'm gonna jump straight in there, you know what I'm saying, I had the gloves and stuff, pop it right in the jam. Bow. Hit that one in the nose.
This ain't Divg Llc.
And then the other one gonna come, I'll put that one in the headlock, I'm gonna grab it by like the nostrils. And then if you hit them in the liver, you know what I'm saying, they be flipping, all you gotta do is turn the shark upside down.
What type of shark you talking about?
All up, I mean, I ain't never seen it done, but like, it can.
Great thought. Great imagination. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Hey,
You said you gonna throw the life.
I'm gonna throw the life support in there.
Yo.
If you can't grab that by the time that shark bites you, God, it was meant. God, hey, God told it. Hey, that's the story. Hey, what we always say, God wrote our story before, you know what I'm saying, we was born.
He said,
Maybe
God
that was part of this story.
God did.
God did. Hey, baby, I love you. I got the kids.
Nah, I gotta go in there, man.
What was it? I'm gonna hold it down.
What kind of sharks? Like, is it like,
I don't matter.
I mean, it don't really matter. Like, it ain't really a good shark though.
Great whites.
Nah, I ain't rocking with it. I mean,
So,
like,
so you ain't. What
no.
happened to the
No, I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna be upset. I'm gonna be
You gonna be scared.
Nah, you see that? Cool. I didn't know what they said.
I'm gonna be terrified. Babe, swim, please.
Nah, I ain't. Hey, look, I'll be scared. If the water gonna be brown,
So
I'm gonna be a
alright,
teabag.
ask you this question. So the shark bit her arm off already. You going in there?
Shark, so the sharks
Already
damn,
tackled.
they aggressive already? Like they warmed up?
They want all the yeah. They ready. They been waiting for this.
I gotta go get my baby dog. I got 2 arms,
Respect,
man.
respect.
She can have this one, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then maybe I can get an arm like Bucky. Now I can be an Avenger.
Look, you see.
I
I'm
could be an
gonna
Avenger.
keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'ma survive.
Hey, look.
I'ma survive, man.
If I lose the arm, I could be an Avenger,
My
dog.
mom always told me at certain times to be a hero.
Man,
And that ain't it.
but that could be my time. Like, that's how I get my superpowers. I'm gonna get hella back.
It could be either way.
I can go to Wakanda. And then, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna fix me up. I'll be straight.
Ain't Wakanda in the movie?
We don't know. Wakanda could be right there. I'm doing my little suit.
So you going in that water?
And you gonna be mad when I come back with a little bionic jank,
I ain't
the
gonna
pop block, and all this.
You think that shark already bit off her arm? Y'all think y'all getting out of that water?
Sharks be liking that blood. They turn
Oh, it's
up.
over.
And sharks can't fight though, man. He ain't got no hands. I ain't losing nothing with no thumbs.
You ain't gonna have no hands. You ain't gonna have no
Shark ain't got a thumb. Name an animal that can fight without a well.
How big is the shark?
Yeah, that's true.
Great white.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, about 27 feet, 18 feet.
And there's about 4 or 5 of them things surrounding your wife. You in that water. I salute you, my brother.
I gotta go. I
Hey,
gotta go. I'm gonna be mad though. Oh, I'm gonna be
why
mad.
he keep saying mad? He gonna be terrified.
Got me in this goddamn water. Why the hell you fall off the boat?
It's no conversation. Babe.
I'm splashed. Like maybe they come after me and I can swim, dog.
See, look, now you tripping.
Like,
Now she gonna survive to tell the story.
like I ain't,
Yeah, my husband didn't jump in the water and got killed. He saved me.
I ain't Michael Phelps. I could be Malik Phelps.
I don't think Michael Phelps gonna jump in that water.
Hey, look,
Hey,
I'm gonna shoot a shot.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Hey, forgive me. Forgive me. It's other women in that seat. Baby, it was good since, you know what I'm saying? We've been married for a long time, but hey,
And I'm a
God
swan
said-
dive. My shit gonna look like Baywatch.
You gonna like jump in there? You gonna jump
Let
in
the
there?
chest gonna take time to let the water hit me. Like I'm posed for a picture.
Hey,
2
what
hours in
time?
the air.
By the time you jump in that air, that shark gonna be right there with you. Come here.
He says no interception.
Come here. Come here.
The shark done broke on my route.
Come here. Oh, you thought it was sweet? You thought it was... Hey, man. You what he said, man. Respect, man. Dedicated husband.
I could be a shark.
He ain't got it all, y'all.
I could be a shark. And the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he said he can beat a shark, man. Oh, Lord.
I'll take it to the shallow end.
Next topic. Y'all can hear this, man. No, that was funny, though. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. You gonna be jumping that water?
I got to. I ain't gonna think twice. Because if I think I'm not.
I'm gonna tell my kids, hey, let me tell y'all about this story about this shark that took your mama.
That motherfucker was huge.
Dude, I thought about jumping.
Till I saw it. Like, ew.
Oh, great white, bro, you really gonna jump in that water? Man, you better teach them kids. Shoot your shot. I'm about to shoot my shot on land. Get me home.
I told you I drag you to the shallow end.
What is you dragging to the shallow end?
By his gills.
Man, I tried to grab a baby dolphin by his gills and threw me off. Boy, he ain't grabbing for short. And I'm talking about baby.
That should come back with a nub. Oh!
You ain't coming back.
Everything got hey, next topic. We still going
hell no.
I will fucking cheat up. I will, yo, for cheetah runner right now,
He got a little sick right now.
No, on everything I love, I'm fucking the cheetah up. A cheetah? No, cheetahs ain't what people think
they gonna think we slow on this show, dog.
Cheetahs ain't what people think they are, dog. Cheetahs they're weak, they inbred. Like, yeah, they fast, but they only fast for like 6 seconds.
Brother, watch one Casual Geographic video too much.
I like my eyes, bro. I'm sorry. I watch.
Not like my eyes.
Bruh.
I'm putting hands on the cheetah, bro. 2
reasons. You can put hands on them and you won't lose them hands because they got claws and teeth.
Cheetahs only successful on like 13% of their hunts, bro.
Bruh, give them 13%.
You fucking cheetah. No.
So what you gonna do?
What?
He gotta explain this one.
Because the cheetah gonna want to
Give me your game plan. Give me your game plan. How does this work?
Yeah. First of all, let me choose my words.
Yeah.
Because a cheetah is a P word. You know what I'm saying?
A P word or what?
I'm standing my ground, bro. Let that cheetah run
You
up.
talking about piranhas?
No, I'm talking about the light.
You go straight as fast as that.
I'm talking about the light tunnel.
Oh no!
All the light tunnel we all came. No, let the cheetah run up.
What you gonna do?
I'm strangling that shit. I might get scratched up, but like, yo, I'm strangling the cheetah, bro.
He said I might get.
I'm strangling the cheetah.
I don't think
puppy dog nails hurt. You think this shit gonna rip?
Bro, they have talons. Say it with me. Talons. If they scratch you, they are taking chunks of flesh.
I hope everybody sees the seriousness in my face.
They don't.
I am strangling the shit out of a cheetah, bro.
Show me a technique.
So the question is, do you live after you do it?
Yes. I walk over with a little Rambo scar, something like
Bro,
that.
I don't think you're taking into account how big their claws are.
Man, cheetahs are.
If they get their claws on you, they're taking flesh.
I'm grabbing that cheetah, man, shit, good, bro. Running to the wrong shit, bro. Yeah, bro.
He's okay.
How many fingers you have left after you do that? Like legit. How many fingers you got left after you do that? No, you do not. No, you do not.
Bro, you dropped me in the cheetah.
Like, how high are you right now?
I'm watching his TV.
Okay, baby. It's fine.
We need that interruption because he is tripping right now.
Hey,
Hardcore.
I'm serious as a heart attack.
Strangling a cheetah.
I'm serious as a heart attack, bro.
Fast as like you're not gonna get your hand around this thing's throat.
That shit ain't even got sweat glands, bro. He gonna do one move and overheat. I'm strangling him, bro. We're gonna see what cheetah tastes like.
He gotta start watching the Discovery Channel, bro. It's ridiculous. This is, bro.
Serious, like.
First, he gonna dive in the water with the sharks. Now he gonna strangle a cheetah. Look who you is, Tarzan.
Hey, look. You ain't say a jaguar. If it's a jaguar, I'm not messing with a jaguar.
Or any cat in that wild, I'm not messing with.
Man, cheetahs, man. Those just house cats,
Man,
man.
I ain't gonna catch you. I ain't messing with no fox. So he catch me in the block. He catch me on my block. I'm going. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, this is a real story, though. So my old crib, bro, it was a fox, bro, in my backyard. You know, my son outside. I'm trying to keep it tough, you know what I'm saying? But I'm really like, get your. I want to be out here and be a man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody look at my little brother like, what you gonna do? I'm gonna go get him though. I ain't scared of nothing. And I'm about to cry. Come here, bro. Just ease yourself. That thing wouldn't even pay no attention. If I was so terrified, please don't bite my son, dog.
Hey, you supposed to trap.
If that was a cheetah, dog, hey son, I love you. Sometimes.
No, you can be the cheetah too.
We're gonna be mountain lions. We're gonna be all the mountain.
No, I didn't say mountain lion. Now, see, you going to different cats. You going to the savage cats. Now I ain't telling you.
Hey,
A cheetah ain't nothing but a big old house cat, bro. I'm telling you. Hey,
go get your shit and put them in this house.
hey,
Everybody gonna be ate up.
I'm fucking the cheetah up. Completely serious.
We gotta go to another subject. This is ridiculous. We gotta call this bloopers. This is some bullshit.
I'm fucking the cheetah up. And everybody, it's serious. Is that
No. Come around this camera.
it's serious as look.
Explain to him how is this possible?
There is no way. And I repeat, no way you make it out of that unscathed. And when I say unscathed, I mean you're losing limbs, if not life.
No, Any zookeeper that disagree, I'm taking you out too.
His wife see this, she gonna take him to the nearest hospital
I'm saying,
and get an evaluation.
a cheetah's just a big house cat, bro. I'm winning.
You can have that.
We can go to the next topic, but I'm beating the cheetah. 100%. Not a smile, not a joke.
Oh, we about to go viral.
I'm fucking the cheetah up.
Boy, they gonna be debating like, what is wrong with this man? You like, no, come on.
No, we still rolling.
You for real?
The 100, like, I hope I don't. Do I seem like I'm joking? I will be.
I'm trying to figure out how this cat is faster lightning. You just gonna grip his neck and just he can just allow you to strangle him
I feel like there's some confidence coming from somewhere, but I'm not sure where.
God? Because God go like, no, son, no.
I'm just glad y'all think I'm.
No, I don't think you're joking.
I'm so
but you gonna beat your maker that day.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna have a cheetah jacket, bro. Give me a little.
So if he gets you first, let's just play this out. Let's say he gets you before you get him. How does that work?
Bro, like,
I'm not talking about jaws. I'm talking about claws.
Lord, they tear through raw skin, bro.
No, they don't. They be trying to bite the throat until it suffocates because they ain't strong enough.
What do to you?
Every animal be whipping.
How you gonna get him off your neck?
The same way every other animal. The cheetahs get
you ain't
beat up.
an animal.
I'm a beast. I'm a big dog. What are you talking about? That cheetah gonna come.
Yeah, he gonna show you who big dog for real is.
That cheetah.
Oh Lord.
I wonder what cheetah tastes like.
Hey, just pray we're not with him because she's definitely gonna be by herself. I will call 911 or something, but going out to help you fight that day? Oh no, but you gonna lose, bro. We'll have to explain that to your wife.
It's a cheetah, Peter, Weeder, me and Fo.
He gonna.
I'm getting that cheetah up out of here.
Hey, we just gonna bring him back in little pieces. Explain this to his
Not
wife.
little pieces.
Bro, because once cheetah gets you, you know they not out there by themselves.
Man, they out there with their kids, and their kids be weak. They have, man. I'm fucking
disrespectful. Make sure we don't go to no Africa none right now because
he's not allowed on safaris.
Yeah, we ain't on that.
I ain't scared of the cheetah.
I ain't on that.
If it's a lion, leopard, all of them, hey.
Then I'm scary.
I'm out of the way.
I'm scary then.
I'm out of the way.
I'm scary.
Cheetah? Nah.
Cheetah getting near me, I'm playing dead.
Nah, cheetah. That cheetah come up there, I'm playing Jumanji. I'm on that cheetah's ass.
What happened to Jumanji?
What? They won.
Yeah.
All the animals got beat. Yeah. I'm having
They got it back in the book.
And when I got my little cheetah hat,
they got it back in the game. They didn't beat them up.
You know
they didn't beat them animals up.
You know how they wear the hat? I'm gonna have the little cheetah teeth right here. That's gonna be my name. The Cheetah Slayer.
To all the children, stop watching the Discovery Channel. This is what happens when you watch Discovery Channel your whole life. You start realizing stuff that you imagine, and it don't. How that makes sense? This animal is in the wild 24/7. Look at you on the comfy couch.
That don't mean that it's in the wild.
His beast is different than your beast.
Man, he a scavenger.
He takes blood already.
I ain't losing to no scavenger ass cat. That's what.
Next topic. Okay, that one real dog. I'm gonna tell him. You know, he was just playing. Next. Oh, God. I can't even get my mind right. Okay, we back. Hold up.
We straight. Hey,
we're gonna get him an evaluation after this with the cheetah and the shark yesterday, but we're gonna go to the next subject. We're gonna talk about Divg Llc, you know what I'm saying, the book. And yeah. Matter of fact, I believe a human can't be. The only person I believe is Divg Llc.
We cut from the same cloth.
Yeah. That man ran 100 miles without working out off GP. I'm not running no 100 miles off GP.
Never. I don't know if I've ran 100 miles in my life.
Calculate that. You know what I'm saying? But what you learn from the book?
So man,
what is it called? You Can't Hurt Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from the parts of it that we played, because you remember we listened to it on the audio book, I just thought, like, from actually just hearing it from a deeper perspective, one, you know what I'm saying, as a military member, just hearing the things that he was talking about, it woke back up some of the experiences that I had in the sense. Like, I remember trying to do the special forces thing. I remember my time in basic training, like the lingo, the things he's saying, it was just like really like, oh man, like it really, it kind of woke back up there. But like just hearing him speak on his mindset and where his mind had to go, I'm not going to compare mindsets that like of things that I've had to overcome, because I still just listened to him. I was astonished by like the places that he would go mentally to push through, or the things that he was willing to do. Like even though he was describing himself as a, you know, I believe he called himself a jackass, but like, you know, like it's almost necessary though, and like for what he was training for what he was trying to do. I get it. Relationships are important, and I'm glad that he got to that point and realized and found a different way. But just the willingness to wake up, because like, you know, we work out like during there every day.
Yeah.
And for as hard as we go, that's still just like a fraction of what his mentality was and where he was willing to do. Where like, so
say it was, still is.
Yeah, still is,
Yeah,
still is. So it's like man, like. Just hearing them saying it, then like of course it goes to the audio where they're talking about it. It's like, oh man, like, because you know sometimes you read some things, you're like, you might be embellishing a little bit. No, it comes with the turf. But like, no, when you hear it, it's like, oh, like you hear that little spot in his neck, like, no, he for real. Oh yeah, like, he ain't playing with this. Like this.
The thing about it though, the crazy thing, the dude who's reading the book, that's the dude he talks on the podcast. You know, and the dude said he checked out everything. He called certain people, and everything he said, he has done.
Yeah.
So that's ultimate respect. You know, we all add a little something to our flavor, but they said literally every person he interviewed told the story and added more onto it. Like he didn't even tell all the details.
Yeah.
So that's a different level of much respect, man. Like to be able to, first of all, he did the training for Navy SEALs. You know, so he had to go through Hell Week 3 times with 2 broken legs.
Yeah.
Like me personally,
bring that dead.
You know what I'm saying? So that's most respect. And he's training for triathlons. He's training for going across country. I'm riding a bike for, you know what I'm saying, 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Why he's trying to be a Navy SEAL and all this stuff. So that's to another level. You know what I'm saying? But he also tells about, you know what I'm saying, his down days of what made him into it. And that's I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because truly, a lot of people don't got his mindset, man. Like, me reading this book took me to another level in my mind. Say, no, like if he can do this, where can I take myself?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like where? I'm not gonna say I'm gonna ever reach to his point. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, 100 miles. Whew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
nah, I ain't doing it.
I don't know. I might challenge myself. You know, honestly, he's motivating me to step out my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? He said one thing when we was in the car. He basically, I don't know his word for word, but basically it's like, put yourself in a situation that you're the dumbest person in the room, basically, you know what I'm saying, or anything, like, you know what I'm saying, we all get fond of our strengths, you know what I'm saying, but we don't attack the weaknesses or stuff we don't learn. No, you know what I'm saying, not no, that's going to get us better, that's going to challenge us, that's going to, he always say the scar tissue, you know what I'm saying, that's what he built, you know what I'm saying, if his mind, his mentality, his growth, you know what I'm saying, he learned in every way, mental, physically, and spiritual, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like he woke me up in that mindset, like, for instance, I got a boot on my foot. That's not gonna stop me from working out. That'll stop plenty of people from working out, you know? And if you have that mindset that you limitate yourself or the situations you have, you'll never prosper to the place you want to be. You know what I'm saying? The reason where he's at, he got to where he's at is attacking them fears, attacking them doubts, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, you heard that part, but he done told me, he had a hole in his heart. He's run all this with a hole in his heart. He didn't find out until later on. You know what I'm saying? Like after every race and every Hell Week, he was spitting out mucus, pissing blood, and doing all these type of things, and still pushing for the next challenge, the next. Like, you gotta respect him, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All I ask is because I'm with you every step of the way. Can we just do 25 miles first?
I know, we're gonna take step by step. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be like I might like use a sick day if you say today's like the 100-mile day, and like we ain't even did the 5-mile day yet.
No, that would.
We like so we can bite at it. We can work our way there.
Oh, I'm gonna go get it though, cause it's like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not test your limitations? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest thing. You'll never know how strong your mind is until you test it. You know what I'm saying?
On a serious note about it, it was one of the things my dad and my papa used to say as well. They said it differently than how I'm gonna say it, but same concept. Like you're only as old as your body. You're only as old as your ability to process new information. And that's something. Like while he was talking and describing that stuff, it kind of woke that thought up in me. Like how he was saying, the moment you become the smartest person in this room, find the next room where you're the dumbest. Yeah. And when you're the smartest person in that room, go find the next room where you do donuts. Like,
but do we do that?
no, not as a blanket statement. No, like people, you might try new things, but if it gets too uncomfortable, and I'm not even just saying it as other people, as if like I have this stuff all figured out. I'm learning to step out of certain comfort zones. I'm learning to, like, all right, kind of lean into, you know, what is uncomfortable for me, and I'm actually finding like some talking in front of the camera. I'm starting to find a liking to it. Whereas before it was like, nah, but I want to be like behind the camera. Let me just tell you what to say, and I'll sit back here. But it's like, no, like, you know, you start leaning into it, and it's rewarding, it's fulfilling, and it makes you look for the next thing. Like, okay, like, hold on, well, like, I thought that was gonna be hard, and it wasn't. So like, all right, well, what else can I do? And then you find something else, and you find something else, and it becomes addictive in a good way.
That's real though. You know what I'm saying? He set the standard of no limitations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in this world we put limitations on ourselves, and man, he gives you the vision of there's no limits, man. This man got a hole in his heart. There's no way possible he could have made through 3 hell weeks, 2 broken legs. You know what I'm saying? 2 broken legs. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm peeing out blood and doing it on myself. Oof. But he was doing this every other week, every other month. Next triathlon, next this race, this, that. You know what I'm saying? Flying to Hawaii, taking on this challenge. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happened, foot swollen. He even got a picture of it, like his foot, bro. My foot look like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get your mind to be that sharp? 'Cause that's sharp. I don't care what nobody say. People say it's crazy. Now that's sharp. You really he set a bar where he has no limitations.
And that stuff is admirable. I feel like that only certain people in our lifetime we're gonna really see born with that. I feel like Kobe's in that vein of where, like, man, just how locked in he was into chasing greatness, where the work, like I believe he said, I've already signed a deal with myself, and there's no revising this deal. The deal is done.
You know, it's crazy. He talked about Kobe and LeBron, and he had to explain, like, he really made sense. He said, bro, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Kobe's not gonna play on the court with 2 broken legs.
Yeah.
It's a different mentality, and so I feel like it's not born with it. It's what you can, like he said, it's scar tissue. What you can turn yourself into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like everybody thinks it's a gift. He's not the most bust athletic. He's not this. He just molded his mentality to be that. You know what I'm saying? His experience in his life alone probably made him push himself like that. But I don't feel like people are born with that. I just feel like he was saying, we get comfortable. We get comfortable in knowing that we can do what we can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We never go mess with what we can't do.
Yeah.
And that's what he seeked in. What I can't do, I'm gonna go do. And that's where I swear realize that's not born talent. That's not. You can't be born with a mindset, oh, I'm gonna run 100 miles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's who he created.
Yeah.
And that's why everybody, you think about it, like, I always talk about Brian Dawkins. He had to create another image to be able to perform in that manner. And he created another image to perform in his manner. And I feel like that's not something that's a gift. It's what's your mentality, how you build yourself, that mentality. Like he said, he read on books. He looked at Navy SEALs and how they, you know what I'm saying? He was molding himself to be prepared for this. You know what I'm saying? That's what my mentality is like. You don't got to be the best talent. You just cannot give up or say you can't. And he literally defined that, man. Like with the 100 miles, I always go back to 100 miles because it was literally, he met this dude, and this dude, I think it's like it's some type of brand, I forgot what it said, where you got to be able to run 100 miles in 24 hours. And he wasn't in shape for it, you know what I'm saying? But he took on that challenge that day. So that's born with it?
Nah.
So what is that?
Dog. That's my definition for it. Just
cause I look at myself, I'd have told Brian, I gotta get in shape for this.
Yeah.
But that's in life, cause you think about it, that brings more procrastination. And he even explained that's procrastination. Well, I'm gonna get this next year. By the time I build to this next year, you know what I'm saying? By the time it's like, no, man, why not attack it now?
Yeah. Nah, that's
you don't know what tomorrow brings.
That's a word.
You know what I'm saying?
Why not now?
Why not now?
Apply that to y'all life, man. Today, we want to hear some things in the comments below. Like, why not now? What are some things that maybe you're holding on to that you need to go ahead and jump through? Let's hear it. We got ours as well.
Yeah. And y'all already know what time it is.
Yeah, man.
Suffering turn to lessons.
And lessons turn to blessings.
What's the topic, man?
So, you know what? With that topic that you just rolled us into, coming off of the book and everything, I feel like we should touch on discipline and where maybe our discipline has been tested, or maybe a point where we had to, redefine what we thought was discipline. And I'll jump off first with it. And this is like kind of a recent in the journey that I'm actually still on. So like a lot of my 20s, and I'm still in my early 30s, but really up until maybe this last year, I really, for as much as control that maybe I came off and people thought like, oh man, like, he's so well put together, well spoken and this and that, like I was so out of control, always. Everything was impulse and I was an extremist. If I was gonna do it, I was going all the way do it. Like if I was gonna have a bad day, it was gonna be the worst day possible and I was gonna do everything in my power to make sure. Like it was just a real extremism. But I thought that was my discipline. I thought that was a gift. That like, oh man, like I don't halfway do nothing. I'm gonna go all the way with it. If we pop the bottle, I'm finishing it. Things of that nature. And that's actually what's gonna lead into like this new chapter of redefining discipline. I've been on my sobriety journey and it's been, I never thought I would actually see some time when I would actually be completely sober, like no liquor, because like, that liquor was that vice. Like if I get bored, I'm gonna get a drink. If I'm having a good day, I'm gonna have a drink. If I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna go have a drink. And everything started getting attached to that bottle to the point where it was starting to creep into everywhere. I don't believe in, like, don't drink and drive. Uber, there's way too many options, all those different things of that nature. But it was getting to that point where it's like, oh man, like where you start telling yourself like, oh well, I know my limits. I can maybe have this one, and then I'm just going up the street, and that's how it always happens. And my thought process on that is like, it's never you that it's going to happen to, but you're going to ruin someone else's life. But on this newfound trip with sobriety, I've been having like the discipline has had to really be tested. Because now when I go to like those social settings, like I like to go to the cigar lounge. If I go to the cigar lounge, everyone has a scotch and they have a cigar. But now when I'm in there, like I might still have my cigar, but I have a pineapple juice. And you don't really know.
Be careful with them cigars.
Yeah, don't. Too much of anything is bad.
No, I had experience.
Yeah, I know. but it turned. That's funny. It turned into like one of those things, like with this newfound discipline, and it was tested immediately because like not until like you've ever really went through withdrawals do I think like because people always say like, damn, like how does that person relapse or how do they fall back, like. And I was one of those people because I always thought I was so mentally strong, and I had strength in different ways mentally, but like man, when those withdrawals were hitting, like the first couple of months of like not drinking and like, oh my goodness, like I randomly could burp and I could taste my favorite drink, like I could taste the Moscow Mule, or like I'm pacing around the house like, oh my goodness, man, I could really, and you catch yourself and you're like, hold on bro, like I know I ain't a fiend, like am I fiending over this bottle? Like, what is wrong with me? And it really turned, but like maintaining that discipline. Once I started to get to, and I don't want to say the other side, just when I got more seasoned into the journey, like being able to not touch that bottle has like got me to a point where like now it's like, oh man, okay, so this is what real discipline is. This is like actual problem solving. This is actually, taking on an obstacle, finishing it without the excuse of, that bottle and XYZ. And that's opened up a whole new world, even going back to the book where it's like, oh, okay, like, if I can do this challenge, ain't nothing stopping me from doing that, so I'm gonna go do this. And then you look like, oh, okay, well, hold on, I did that and this, okay, I'm gonna do this.
And you realize how much stuff you miss out on and stuff like that you block, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize even with, I could say marijuana or anything, that's the biggest thing. I used to be really bad at, you know what I'm saying? When I was going through my depression, it was marijuana, and it's been, you know what I'm saying? It's been a journey of me. I'm going on my sobriety with marijuana, and you realize how much stuff you can do without it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a blessing to be disciplined because then you find new things in your life that takes over it. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe, like I said, marijuana, now I can go to these meetings, now I can do these things. It's not distracting, it's not slowing me down. You know what I'm saying? I can talk proper, I'm not tired, I'm not drained from anything, you know? Like, but when you in that process of enjoying it, you don't think about them things. You know what I'm saying? You don't think about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I remember going to counseling. It wasn't about the marijuana. It was just like the withdrawal. Was just like, damn, I need it. I need it. Well, it's like, damn, bro, is this like crack? You know what I'm saying? Like it's something really wrong with me. But it's not. It's like you put so much in your body that your body get used to it. You know what I'm saying? So it craves that. That's anything you put in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like me, candy.
Yep.
That's one of my addictions. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a cookie monster.
You know what I'm saying?
I
But teach yourself and take a small step at a time. People think we're trying to explain to y'all as we just automatically like shut this thing off. No, you gotta go through cycles of mistakes, coming back to it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, going through it, you know what I'm saying? People telling you, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get off, you know, man,
Yeah.
I got control of it. I ain't doing this much no more, you know what I'm saying? Then you really realize how much it's affecting you and others, you know what I'm saying? And just your livelihood and the most, you know what I'm saying? Your health. Like that's the biggest thing, and I'm not saying marijuana is, we talking about the alcohol part. Marijuana is, you know what I'm saying? It's a flag, you know what I'm saying? But it do distract you of a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? It creates laziness, it creates a habit of not being on time, but in that thing. You know,
I don't know when it's punctual.
Never on time, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's us hiding in our darkness. You know? We don't want the world to see our darkness, so we use these couple mechanisms to hide it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll tell the whole world, we're fine. We're fine, but really,
you're not.
You're really dying inside.
And that, like, you kind of touched on the point that I kind of want to hammer home a little more about how it impacts other people. Like, I never really knew, like, how bad, because, like, I'm a fun drunk. You know, I'm a love drunk. I go out, if I get drunk, like, we're going to have fun. I'm going to dance. Everything that I'm not going to do sober, I'm going to do drunk. Like, we're going to have a great time. But I never noticed that, like, okay, now when all the lights are off, like, my wife has to deal with me being obnoxious. She has to deal with me, like, saying things. She has to deal with me passing out. And really, that was, like my wake-up call. Like, you know, there was a traumatic experience that happened. You know, a close friend of mine, you know, she passed. And I handled it the way that I always handle things, man. I dove into the bottle. And this time, you know, I was like, oh, I just had to go use the restroom. So I go to use the restroom, and I don't even remember. But I passed out, hit my head all on the side of the toilet, and how I fell, my wife couldn't get the door open. No one can get in the bathroom to get it. You know, I ain't necessarily a small dude, so they trying to bang on the door wedge, you know, but it's wedged close. So luckily, they was like kind of screaming enough. I finally kind of came to, and I got up. I'm confused. I opened the door like, man, like, what y'all doing? And my wife crying. Everyone like, yo, like, what you going through? Like, what is it? You know, my wife was like, I just don't really want you drinking. She's like, you know, like, you gotta do something. I'm like, what you talking about? She's like, yo, you failed and my neck messed up. And think about how many times people like fall. And man, if that was the right shot to my head, you know what I'm saying? That could be a stroke. That could be a seizure. That could be, you know what I'm saying? I could have really scrambled my egg, and I let what was a vice or what was supposed to be just a good time really mess me up. So, like, you know, I'm not saying that you're wrong or you're getting banished if you are a drinker, but like, if that drink controls you or whatever your vice is, if that thing gets to the point where it can control you, it's an issue.
Yeah, my vice was women.
Yeah.
You know, that's real talk. You know what I mean? Like, there's no disrespect to the women, nothing like that. You know, I grew up in a certain way. You know, my life was fast as a young kid, so that's all I seen. You know what I'm saying? The fast life of my uncles. You know what I'm saying? Doing things with women, and you know what I'm saying? And it became me, not knowing things that was seen. It was mold me into being this guy, treat women a certain way, or just thinking of them as just a sex figure. You know what I'm saying? But as you grow, you realize how much stuff you missed out on trying to chase this tail, as you say. That's back in the day, you know. Now I'm 32 years old and I realize, like, I'm not saying I don't love women. I love my women. I love my women. I love them. But I'd rather have one, you know what I'm saying? Because you have so many distractions, so much toxicity, so much draining in it, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing that you're really hurting somebody else's daughter.
Yeah.
Daughters, as you say. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But reality, though, you know what I'm saying? It woke me up to reality when I started having my daughters. You know what I'm saying? What I want a man to treat my daughter in that instance. You know what I mean? Going to woman to woman, then coming back to my daughter. No. So I had to look at myself and what I wanted to represent my daughters to see, you know? So that's the biggest thing. Like, discipline is not a perfect thing. You don't have to be perfect, man. It's just, what's your why? That comes with discipline too. What is your why? What makes you want to change? What makes you want to get discipline and remove this thing out of your life? You know what I'm saying? Because as we all can say, it's something that woke us up. You know what I'm saying? Either a family or a situation, you know what I'm saying, that woke us up and changed our mind from it. Because sometimes we don't see it. Sometimes we blind to it because we're so used to it, you know? And I thank God all the time for putting things in my life to remove things out. And if you understand that, is God take you through the suffering to wake you up, to learn them lessons. If he didn't bust his head on that floor, maybe he would not be the same dad as today. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't see his wife cry, he might not be the same dad as today. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa with me, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't have my daughters or put myself in a situation where I hurt my family or hurt anybody, friends, family, kids, whatever, I wouldn't change my ways, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reality. So discipline is not trying to be perfect, man. Just figure out your why, who the important people around you, see if you're affecting them and how can you change it. And you already know it's a wrap.
Yeah, man.
This was a wild one, talking about whales to fighting cheetahs and all. He gonna get a mental health evaluation after this. You know what I'm saying? And it is all jokes and giggles, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to mental health. We're a big mental health advocate.
Big.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna give him some help because fighting the cheetah don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And jumping in the water. Hey, I respect his wife, but hey, I hope she don't see this.
I'm gonna tell her.
She gone. She gone.
Y'all tell us what y'all think. Y'all like, share, subscribe, comment.
For real.
If you think you can beat a cheetah too,
do not listen to
put Cheetah Gang down there, man. We beating animals.
Only person he's talking about is cheetah at Miami Dolphins.
I don't think I can beat that. I'll be the real cheetah though. I'll be the real cheetah, not that cheetah though.
Comment down below if y'all want me to take him to the hospital to see what's going on, man. But man, for real, man, this was a good one. We came with funny stuff. We came with some real stuff to motivate y'all and stay disciplined on y'all course, man. The message I leave out y'all is be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where you feel like you gotta fix in your life, stand on it. Figure out your why and allow that why to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? We're not perfect. We're not. We're telling y'all flaws. We're telling y'all our weaknesses.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But we're telling you how we grew from it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my message to y'all, man. Stay in your uniqueness, man. Yeah. Have your own mindset. Know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you will fall for anything. Fall for
anything.
And we all been that.
Yep. We all been there.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know, I feel like, bro, that's a good dog. I don't even say nothing. Y'all heard what he said?
We out.
And we out.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta hold